Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome back to the Cantina.
Hello.
Hello. We are back with another sports edition here in the Cantina. We're going to recap Sunday football. We got Monday night football going on right now. It's 7-7 currently between the Chiefs and the Giants. Up first, I guess we'll kind of just quickly touch on it because we touched on it Saturday's video. Thursday night, Packers upset. I guess you can call it an upset. The Cardinals. I think people thought it would be a close game. AJ Green kind of fucked it up. But anyways, yeah. So Packers beat the Cardinals 24-21. Sunday there was a lot of crazy shit that went down. Not in terms of like plays, but just, well, mainly one crazy ass upset.
Yeah.
We had one team getting blown out and then ended up scoring like 22 points in 8 minutes, and
surprising there as well.
And then you had the Lions just giving up. So yeah, we had a lot to talk about. So let's get to it. Let's start with the Panthers trying to bounce back after a losing skid versus the Atlanta Falcons, who got some news. We'll just touch on it quickly. Calvin Ridley said stepping away from football for a little bit.
Yeah.
There's no idea how long. But that
Let's
sucks
see if we
if you
get an
draft him in
update.
fantasy.
I know initial reports was saying like, let me see here. Let me just read it before I actually say something. Okay, it's just saying multi-game absence at the moment, but yeah, nothing definitive from him. So
yeah, so kind of sucks. Definitely sucks actually. Hopefully he's all right with whatever he's going through.
Yeah.
He said it was mental reasons. Hopefully he's like not in love with the game or whatever the reason is. Maybe he misses Julio just that much. Who knows?
Let's hope it's something as simple as that, nothing serious.
Yeah. So he'll be stepping away. So we got to see the Falcons offense without Ridley, which some would argue they already have been seeing it. But he has been effective. But they fell to the Panthers 19-13. Sam Darnold bounced back. Didn't have a shit game. Wasn't anything spectacular. But he didn't lose the game for him like he has been.
Right.
Panthers defense played pretty well, holding the Falcons at 13 points. Yeah, Falcons offense has been on fire. They kept Pitts in check. They kept Cordell Patterson in check for the most part. Still had a solid game fantasy wise, but
yeah, I think he still had a didn't he get a touchdown too? Receiving touchdown.
I think he did, yeah. I think he did. So that definitely helped his fantasy day, but kind of like a score you would imagine with the Panthers playing the Falcons. 19-13, nothing crazy going on. Next game. This game was fun to watch. The parts that we watched it. The Titans beating the Indianapolis Colts at home in overtime. 34-31. Carson Wentz had one of the worst pick sixes in this game in the fourth quarter I've ever seen.
God. I've seen Johnny Manziel play football, and until that point I was like, this is the worst football I've ever seen. But that play was like, oh my God, what are you doing?
It's hard to beat the Brandon Whedon shovel pass interception versus the Lions, where he shoveled it right to the lineman, just said, take it.
Yeah.
But
I forgot about that.
Yeah, this Carson Wentz pick six might be just as bad, if not worse, especially because it went for 6 in a tight game. He was honestly lucky to have Pittman catch a little bit of a Hail Mary type bomb to set up a field goal to tie it. But
yeah,
Carson is just, I guess he was just kind of both sides of Carson in this game. He was great in the first portion of the game, and then at the end of the game, that pick six. I mean, without that pick six, they probably end up beating the Titans.
Could see it, yeah.
The biggest news out of this game came today. Derrick Henry out for the year, possibly, most likely out for the year. He's gonna have surgery scheduled already for tomorrow morning. They said they're not putting a timetable on it, but they didn't waste any time signing Adrian Peterson to the practice squad. And early reports were that he was probably missing the year. obviously feet are pretty important for a running back. So
Extremely, yeah. Yeah, I want to see that come across as like that sucks. Not only obviously fantasy wise, but just as a fun player to watch on Sundays.
mhm.
It's gonna suck not watching him just destroy people.
It is, and it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Ryan Tannehill's going to have to step the fuck up.
Yeah,
They've got a good 2-game lead on the division now. They're in the driver's seat to make the playoffs still, but it's going to be tough for them to push further into the playoffs without, I mean, their workhorse. I mean, that's Derrick Henry is their identity. So it'd be
I think
interesting to see what happens.
it's gonna AJ Brown and Julio Jones are gonna have to really step up. I mean, AJ Brown obviously he's been doing that the last couple weeks. I'm not really saying he has to step up. He could just continue what he's doing. But I think this definitely, kind of puts Julio in a position where he can kind of start seeing, especially fantasy wise, it might open things up a little bit for him now that they're
Yeah.
going to have to pass a little more.
If
Because
he
they
can get
can't
on the
be.
field,
That's unfortunate. That's what I was going to say next is, if he can, get over this hamstring injuries he got going on.
yeah. Yeah, it would be nice to see like vintage Julio coming back.
Now would be a perfect time for him to do that.
That it would. So it'll be interesting to follow that. Colts look better than they did in the beginning of the season, though. Jonathan Taylor looks like a real running back.
They're playing much better as a team.
Yeah, and they're playing good. Pittman's definitely come out and shown he's a number 1 wide receiver. So they could be fun down the stretch. Next game, kind of a game that we all thought would be a blowout. I guess it was 26-11 Bills over the Dolphins. Kind of thought this game would be a little bit bigger of a blowout, but Miami hung in this game for a large portion. The Bills scored some late points.
It was it was 3-3 at half.
Yeah. I want to say it was like 11. Was it 11-17? It was some weird ass score late in the game, like into the fourth quarter, I think. And the Bills ended up scoring twice late. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And then
they scored 16 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So I mean that tells you right there. So which would have put they had 10 points going into the fourth quarter. So
that tells you up until that point. Yeah.
Josh Allen didn't play great throwing the ball. He ran a lot. It's just dangerous, man.
I know you were there's a couple plays we were sitting there watching. They were literally designed runs for Allen, and you were sitting there, just saying like, that's getting a little worked up over how bad that is for a quarterback. And I agree. That's
how you get to a Cam Newton situation, dude.
Mm-hmm.
One shoulder hit and the MVP is just lost forever.
Yep.
I think it's just dangerous, man. Especially when you're playing the Dolphins. It's a rivalry game. Those guys are out to head hunt. They got nothing to lose.
Yep.
It's just dangerous.
Yeah.
But they got it done. He got out healthy, and I guess it's mute point, but wouldn't recommend that going forward. That's just my opinion. Next game, this was probably the biggest upset of the week. It was the upset we joked about on the podcast on Saturday.
Yeah, it was.
But I mean, it a little bit of a half-hearted joke when I brought it up. The NFL tends to even itself out. Bengals fucking huge win over the Ravens. Come back next week. I mean, it's a very Browns thing to do. Get a huge win and then fucking drop an egg. And that's kind of where the Bengals remind me of the Browns of last year. It's like they're winning, but they know how to like continually win.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's where the Bengals are at right now. But nonetheless, they drop it. I want to say, how many points did the Jets score on answer? Like 16 in the fourth?
In the fourth, I don't remember. I know they were coming back there for a minute because I think didn't we flip back to it and it was like all of a sudden, they got them 16 points and they were right back in the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they scored a touchdown. The Bengals got the ball back and Burrow threw a pick, and the Jets went right down the field and scored another touchdown. How about Michael White, dude?
Huh.
I mean, did you see that?
Who the hell is this dude?
He's a nobody. Two crazy bets happened here. Our buddies in a survivor pool where he split it with two other buddies. If they won it, they got $48,000 each. They picked the Bengals to beat the Jets, so they're out.
Oh, wow, that's rough.
Out. And
why did they pick the Rams over the Texans?
That was their other game they thought of, but they They just thought there was no way that the Bengals would lose to. They were thinking Joe Flacco would start, and that's the
Even
whole
then,
thing I heard last night. When Kyle called me, and he was like, "I just lost this much money to a fucking guy I've never even heard of." I'm like, well, that's what tends to happen. Just like baseball, sometimes there's pitchers you never hear of. They have their career game is their first career start because there's no tape on them. There's nothing.
Yep.
And then their career just kind of evens out and it's just mediocre. Happens all the time. Maybe not for 400 yards, but the other crazy bet I saw, as I sent to you earlier tonight, a guy put $1,000 on this guy to lead the league in passing. And week 8, and unless Danny Dimes and Mahomes get going here, he's gonna win $125,000 off that bet.
Yeah, that's a hell of a bet.
Insane, man. I wish I had that kind of money to just drop on a bet like that.
Right.
But we should mention the Jets running backs fucking got it done in this game. Out of the backfield, catching the ball. Ty Johnson and Michael Carter looked great. And we said that last week. We said these guys are viable options out of the backfield because veteran quarterbacks and rookie quarterbacks tend to drop the ball, dunk the ball off. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what fucking happened.
In PPR, that's exactly what you like to see too.
Almost half of this guy's yards was to the running backs. So I mean, that tells you right there they were dinking and dunking, but they were getting chunk plays when they needed them. So, yeah, the biggest upset, 34-31, Jets over the Bengals. The game that completely derailed my Sunday, put me into a slight slip of depression.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Steelers, 15 over the Browns, 10. 15-10.
We were sitting there after that game, and, like, I know part of it was the alcohol from tailgating beforehand. But, like, I was just so disinterested in football after this game. And I was like, you know what? I'm so tired from this alcohol and stuff. I was like, I could just take a nap. And then when everybody else was kind of like, yeah, we're just going to pack it up a little early, I was like, thank God, I'm done with football today. Like, I didn't watch any football the rest of the night. I know we kind of texted a little bit. I think, like, once or twice during was going in that group chat we have about football later that night. But, like, I just was just so disinterested. I think I put on my phone and was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
It was
just an ugly fucking game. The shittiest part about this game is just like none of it was pretty to watch. It was ugly football on both sides.
All the way through. Yes. All the way through.
I mean, the only thing I really learned out of this game was that both teams are fighting for the bottom of the barrel in this division.
That's literally I'm honestly, after this loss yesterday, I was thinking about it today at work. And I don't know. I think the Browns are going to be in last place in this division.
I still don't think so. I think that's a slight emotional overreaction.
Probably.
Because
but it's just
the Steelers' offense is fucking bad.
It is bad.
It's fucking bad. It took one hell of a catch by Freiermuth or whatever the fuck that tight end's name is.
Freiermuth. Yeah.
I mean, that was a hell of a catch for the game-winning touchdown. I mean, he doesn't make that catch where it's broken up out of his hands and then he re-finds the ball and catches it before going out of bounds. I mean, who knows what the fuck the score of this game is. It probably goes to overtime. But, it is what it is. Obviously, the Steelers kicker got injured. That'll have to look at going forward. Boswell got knocked the fuck out.
It sucks, too, because I didn't think that was going to be my favorite highlight from this game. And that happened so early.
Yeah.
Like, it happened super early. And I'm like, okay, this is like, trending in the right direction. And now it's like, honestly, it's the only highlight I can look back and be like, that's probably my top highlight from the Browns in that game.
Yeah.
You took their kicker away. They had to go for 2 every time. They couldn't kick field goals.
It probably hurt us. Because, honestly, would they have gone for it on 4th down? That's when they scored that touchdown to go ahead. Did it hurt us?
I don't think so, because I think they still should have just made some plays and got it done.
Yeah, they should have.
And honestly, in this game, too, the offense scored 10 fucking points. When the defense, as bad as the Steelers' offense is, I know it's not great, but our defense still held them to 15 points. The offense has got to do something in that. You know what I mean?
I agree. 7 drops don't help.
No.
7 drops don't help.
That hurt. I think that is what probably got me the most depressed about this game is Landry, the dude, the one you count on, 3 straight drives. Fuck the Browns.
Yeah.
And it hurt watching it,
3
and it hurt
drops and a
saying
fumble.
It's like, and that fumble couldn't have been like
At a worse time.
A more worse time.
Baker
Like,
had just rushed for a first down on 3rd down, got the crowd into it. 2 plays later, Landry fumbled.
When he bounced up
in.
and did that, it was like, this was the momentum you needed. This is it. Like, go down and score. And then,
they would have been right.
Landry got that
zone.
fumble. Oh my God. It hurt. It hurt me to my core.
Yeah. So, yeah, that put us in a slight depression. But, anyways, moving on. Fuck the Steelers. Philadelphia absolutely destroyed the Lions. I'm going to talk about this game with as much enthusiasm as the Lions played. This game was fucking over after the first quarter. What's hilarious is fucking I already forgot his name. Howard fucking from the Eagles, the old Bears running back, had 2 touchdowns in this game. I didn't even realize he was still on the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how fucking bad this
Oh, yeah,
was.
Jordan Howard.
Jordan Howard, thank you.
Right.
I knew it was a J. I was like, what the fuck is that?
That's why I had to look him up, too, because I'm like, Howard. I was like, I know who he's talking about, but I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, he had 2 tutties in this game.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, 44-6. This game, I mean, I think they scored those 6 points in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath. Goff fucking sucks. Goff's fucking terrible.
They played the Rams so much better. You wouldn't have thought they'd come out against Philly and roll over and just take
and lay an egg.
But they did. They did.
We didn't watch hardly any of this game because it was over so fucking quick.
Yeah.
It's almost like they put everything they had into that Rams game. They went for it on, the fake punts, the onside kicks. I bet you they didn't do any of that. And the team was just like, well, okay, what kind of team are we? Just fucking come out here and die? Or
right. I could see something like that.
It's interesting.
It is. It's just crazy, the contrast between last week and this week, how they played. And I didn't think the Lions were even good enough to play as good as they did last week against the Rams, but they did. So, it's just like, what is this Lions team? I mean, I think they probably got a good shot at going 0-16 at this point.
0-17, bro.
Oh, that's right. 0-17. My bad,
team.
Making history.
Yeah. They did it. They went 0-16 once already, and it got them fucking Stafford.
Were they the first team to go 0-16? I can't remember if they were or not.
I think they were.
So why not make history again?
I'm almost 100% positive that it was the draft that they got Stafford. They went 0-16, and then they took Stafford. And then I believe they won like 10 games or something. I think they went 10-6.
Is there any Stafford-like quarterbacks coming out of college this year?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really know that anybody in college is playing that great, to be honest.
That's what, I haven't, and a little bit of sports talk radio I listen to, to and from work. I haven't really heard a whole lot about college quarterbacks and, top guys coming out. Not like I have in years past. It almost seems like this could be a down kind of year for quarterbacks.
Well, it's that along with, we took 20 years for us to find a quarterback, so that's about all we were paying attention to on sports radio and stuff. Now we have Baker, so at least we don't have to pay attention to that stuff, but
yeah,
who knows? Some of the fans were kind of turning on Baker the last few weeks, so we'll see. Anyways, moving on. The LA Rams at the Houston Texans. This game was fucking over at halftime.
Yeah, it was.
But when you look at the score and you see 38-22, you're like, what happened? Well, I think with 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, the Texans scored 22 fucking points just unanswered. Fucked my fantasy team because the guy I was playing had Mills and Cooks, who at one point, Cooks had 3 points in the 4th quarter. And I was like, great, a dud. He finished with 20. And Mills finished with 25 or 26. It's fucking retarded. True garbage time bullshit, but shit
honestly
happens.
that really is.
So yeah, I mean, Cooper Kupp goated, 82 yards away from 82 yards away from 1,000 yards already. 8 games in. Does he hit 2,000?
I think so.
You think so? He's on pace for 19 something.
I'm going all in on it. Yes, I've been high up on him since before the season started. I'm going all in. Yeah, I think
the whole show was. I mean, it was a consensus show decision to draft Cooper Kupp.
This was going to be a monster.
It was the guy we told you. And I brought it up to Kyle, And he kind of agreed. I think we need, like, the first jersey we buy for the podcast studio should be a Cooper Kupp jersey.
I'm 100% all in.
Because that was our guy. That was the guy we were riding, telling everyone to draft. And we were more right than anything, you know.
Yeah.
We joked about taking him in the 3rd round and stuff, and you know, it might be too early. You can get him later. And then Kyle was like, "You fuckers were right. 3rd round wouldn't have been too early." I was like, "First round wouldn't have been too early." Like, honestly, if you would have taken him over Christian McCaffrey, you would have been made fun of at the draft, and you would have looked like Nostradamus. You know? So Cooper Kupp is just on fucking fire right now.
Yeah.
He's at 10 touchdowns too. He might. I would love to see him go for 2,000 yards and 20 touchdowns. That would be fucking insanity.
What's the most receiving touchdowns of the season?
I want to say like 21.
I'm looking up now.
Maybe 22.
21.
21. Look at that.
23 by Randy Moss in 07.
Okay. Randy Moss is who I was thinking of. And you know who else I was thinking of? Sneaky Brandon Marshall.
So second's Jerry Rice, and then third's Devontae Adams with 2 other dudes. Let me see. There was that one year Brandon Marshall was going off.
Yeah. What do you have, like 22 like 22 catches in a game or something?
That was when Brandon Marshall was with the Jets, right?
No, I think that was with him and Cutler.
That was Bears.
Denver.
Okay.
That was Denver.
Oh, Denver. Fuck.
Yeah, it was way
That's right.
back,
Oh,
dude.
my God.
He had
That's
like
right.
20 some receptions or something in a game.
Shit, dude. That's like way back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my
way
God.
back.
Fuck.
So Randy Moss, the 07. That makes sense. I mean, Tom Brady threw for what, 50 touchdowns back then?
Yeah.
That was back when people were like, 50 touchdowns, that's never going to be beat. And then Mahomes comes out as like technically not a rookie, but really, you know, his first full season and throws for 50. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of touchdowns. Cooper Kupp, it's in reach.
I think 23 is doable.
It is. I'd just love to see 20 and 2.
That would be, I mean, yeah, that'd be nasty.
That'd be fucking disgusting. All right, next game. The 49ers travel to Chicago to take on the Bears. They end up winning this game 33-22, but I think the storyline out of this game, Justin Fields actually looked good.
Yeah, my bold prediction was totally way off.
Yeah, it was. It was. Was it way off? He started turning the ball over, didn't he?
He might have.
Yeah, he had an interception. I don't know if he fumbled or anything.
Okay, I was off by 4 more turnovers.
Yeah, there you go.
I wasn't off by the win though. I think I did pick the 49ers to win. So,
I have it here. Actually, I was gonna go over all that.
I think
later,
all three. I think all 3 of us took the Bears.
No, Joe had the Bears. Me and you had the 49ers.
Okay.
But yes, in terms of passing, Fields was okay. 19 and 27, 175, but it was the 10 rushes for 103. And the 22-yard rushing touchdown he had was fucking dynamic. It was like, okay, this is why this guy's in the league. Like,
right.
Making plays out of nothing. It was a garbage broken play that he turned into a touchdown. So he was a storyline there. The other storyline for the 49ers, Deebo Samuel continues to be a fucking beast.
Yeah, he really does. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon either because Ayuk is just garbage. Is Kittle even playing yet? Is he still out?
Back. I don't even think he was back.
I feel like he's been out forever now. Yeah, he hasn't played since week 4.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's still calf. He might practice this week. Maybe back in action week 9. It says.
Sounds like something else we'll be talking about here. Yeah, Kittle. Yeah, it's the same thing every year. This is why he's not worth drafting.
Yeah, I like the dude, and he is a monster when he's healthy. But he's really been injury prone the last couple seasons. A lot. For show.
Next game. This is a game. Patriots at the Chargers. Great game. 27-24 in favor of New England. I wish we weren't so depressed in football and watched some of this game because it was back and forth. It was like a fucking slugfest. This is a game. It's funny, I was on New England, and then Joe was, and then we talked him into being on the chart. Well, he talked himself into it. He talked himself
without knowing it until we had to point it out for him. Like, dude, you're like all over their nuts. You might as well just take them.
Yeah.
Like,
originally he did say New England, so I'll give him that credit, but he did change his mind like an idiot. And the Patriots ended up pulling off. Herbert didn't look great in this game. This is a few games in a row now where the Chargers offense is sputtered. And like we said, their defense is like hit or miss. It's either really good or really bad. And almost giving up 30 points to New England, who's not necessarily an explosive offense.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good at all. But the Patriots might be for real, man. I mean, Mac Jones just seems to be getting better and better the last few weeks and more comfortable in the offense. Honestly,
Belichick's still a good coach too to team up with that.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the guy I said last week that they should go after. I think they need to trade for Allen Robinson. I mean, I think you offer the Bears a fucking third rounder or something for Allen Robinson, who's not doing absolutely anything for them, and let's get Mac Jones a big third down target to go after to attack defenses with, because I think that'd be fucking sweet. Especially since I have Allen Robinson in one fantasy league.
Just to get anything to get him out of Chicago.
Yeah, I don't want to have to drop him. I mean, he's borderline droppable. He's too big of a name to drop. That's the problem.
So we talked about it this weekend too, how disappointing it is for him in the season he's had, because he's a good receiver. He's been solid last, I don't even know however many seasons. Like, you pencil it in 1,000 yards almost every year, and just this year, just
nothing. Fuck Mac Nagy. Next game. This was like a way bigger blowout than I thought possible. I actually thought the upset would happen here. You were the only one right on this game. Seahawks trouncing the fucking Jaguars 31-7.
I never lost faith in Geno Smith.
Yeah, you didn't. DK got in the end zone again. Tyler Lockett showed up. First time we've seen him since early part of the season. He was another one who was getting on the droppable. That like, oh, it's too big of a name. He's too explosive. Russ is out. You got to hold on to him. And he exploded this week, finally.
Yeah, he did. 12 for 142. Yeah. That's a hell of a game. It's a nice bounce back for him.
Huge game. I think the Seahawks got back to letting Geno just sling it. I mean, let's not have this guy be scared. Let's just fucking open it up. Don't change the offense and let him go. Because when he came in for Russ and they didn't change anything, he looked solid.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be the game plan this week. Maybe it was because they were playing the Jags and they were like, well, their defense ain't the best, so let's just let Geno sling it a little.
Open up a little bit.
But their offense looked good. Seahawks defense finally looked good. James Robinson did leave this game. He's day-to-day with a heel bruise, whatever the fuck that is.
Bruised heel, brah.
I guess.
Heel. He just got to let it heal.
It'll be interesting to see how long he is out. They got him listed day-to-day. But who knows? I kind of got a feeling that Urban Meyer just doesn't like him, and this might be a good excuse to never use him again. I'm dead serious. That sounds like a joke. I'm dead ass serious about it.
I just don't understand. If that is the case, I don't understand why Urban Meyer is even a coach. Then fuck it, that's retarded as fuck.
I'm just saying.
You got a player like James Robinson who's played solid when you give him the ball and let him work. Like,
I don't disagree. I don't know. But it took fucking 4 weeks for them to realize that James Robinson was good. So. Yeah, nothing much else to say about that game. Trevor Lawrence, mediocre again. Yeah. What are you going to do? Next game. Here's the second biggest surprise. I don't know if it was necessarily a surprise. I think it was a surprise because of what happened during the game. I think everybody could see a scenario where the Saints beat the Buccaneers, end up winning 36-27. But if you told me Jameis Winston got hurt and they still won, I would have been like, no way.
Yeah, no.
But Trevor Siemian, the savvy veteran, came in and just was honestly just doing what a veteran backup should do. Came in, took what the defense was giving him, and you got to give credit to the offensive line for the Saints. They kept him upright. He wasn't getting fucking beat around. And the Bucs defense is ferocious. Their secondary is weak, but their front line is fucking good.
It's nasty.
Kamara learned that. He was held in check a little bit rushing. He didn't have the big game, but Tom Brady again just fucking, it's crazy. He put up 27, so it's hard to say like had a bad game, but because especially since he was throwing touchdowns all over the place and just slinging the ball, they had no running game really in this. Uncle Lenny was not effective at all.
No, I think one of the best runs was that Geo run, like early in the game. He ripped off. It was like a 15-something yarder or some shit like that. That was like the best run in the game.
So hard-fought division game. It's gonna be interesting now. Like the Saints defense is back to being healthy and playing fucking phenomenal. You know,
absolutely,
they're playing really well. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do, especially now. You got Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian. Who are you going with? Hill was out with a concussion, but Siemian came in and played well. I guess Taysom Hill was cleared for practice this week. I think.
I'll tell you what, I could double check it right now.
I know they were planning on him coming back this week, but I thought I saw he was cleared today, but I could be wrong. Maybe he was going in for being cleared.
I got you right here. He is on schedule in his recovery process.
Okay.
Strong candidate to start a quarterback once he's cleared, but Peyton declined to name his starting quarterback Monday. So it looks like he is on track to come back this week, is what it's sounding like.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, you don't want.
And honestly, go ahead.
I was gonna say you don't want to say either way because they're two totally different guys.
Yeah, but that's where I think Sean Payton's probably just going to go with Taysom Hill because every time in the past too, that's been their go-to guy. So
yeah, or maybe they do a little bit of both. Who knows?
It could do that. I mean, like I said, Simeon wasn't really that terrible in the game coming in relief. So
he did his job.
It could be maybe something like that. So
yeah, protected the ball and kept the offense moving. All right, next game. This game was fucking ugly. This might have been the ugliest game to watch, even though the Eagles beat Detroit 44-6. At least the ball was moving. This Washington Broncos game, there wasn't a whole hell of a lot going on whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't think we really watched this game much.
I watched about 2 plays of it. I know Melvin Gordon got in the end zone twice, I believe, actually. I'm pretty sure he was the only fantasy relevant player. Terry McLaurin continues to put up his consistently inconsistent numbers.
Yeah.
I said this at work today. He is like the fucking new Trevor Bauer for the NFL. He's just consistently inconsistent. He's going to go off or he's just going to do nothing.
And he got 7 targets too.
Yeah.
Second on the team behind J.D. McKissick, which is really weird. I mean, not necessarily weird, but weird in the sense that he got 8 targets over Terry's 7. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But that's what happens. I mean, Heineke is limited. I mean, he's played well in some games, but Heineke's not going to go out there and light it up every single week. And who knows? I mean, they could go back to Fitzpatrick. I know he's supposed to come back before the end of the year.
Was he really? I thought he was done for the season.
I didn't think so. I thought he was able to. I thought he was going to be able to come back.
He's going to have another. So this is as of last Monday. He's going to have another MRI in 2 weeks. Wasn't expected to be ready to return until at least Washington's Week 9 bye. So they're going to do another MRI to get a better idea of what's going on. So we're looking at least another 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, he can come back. It'll be interesting to see what they do because they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Do you bring Fitzpatrick back? Do you roll with Heineke just to see what you got? See what he's capable of? I don't know.
I feel like they got enough of a sample size on Heineke now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like there's enough of a sample size where, like kind of like you said, he's not going to lose you games, but he ain't going to win you games either. He kind of just seems like he's just going to go in there and kind of just do.
So then it gets
game manager kind of, I guess.
Do you waste better? Like, do you put Fitzpatrick in and possibly worsen your draft selection if he wins you some games late?
See, now that
you go from like the 5th pick to the 12th.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see.
For this organization, it'd be tough. I'd have to know the quarterback situation coming out because I feel like that's obviously a spot they need.
Yeah.
If they're going to be wanting a high draft pick. So
who knows? This organization might be shut down permanently, or Dan Snyder might be forced to sell. There's going to be a lot going on with this organization.
No, they already got their fall guy, dude.
Well, Mike Davis is now jumping on. He wants everything released. So
Mike Davis, like the running back from
or
Atlanta?
not Mike Davis. What the fuck's that bowl cut having motherfucker? The owner. What's his name?
Fucking Al Davis or
Al
whatever.
Davis. Yeah. Whatever. That fucking bowl
That
cut
dude's
having
hair, seriously.
dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the Broncos get the dub, 17-10, ugly game. Sunday Night Football. This is a game. We said it. You and Joe were adamant that no matter if Dak played or not, that Dallas would win. I was on the fence. If Dak didn't play, I didn't think they were going to win. Dak didn't play. They still got it done. Cooper Rush stepping up on the game-winning drive, hitting Amari Cooper in the end zone.
Yeah, some bullshit.
Hurt
me fantasy-wise. Yeah, hurt me fantasy-wise. Couldn't have gone to anybody else.
I needed 12 points from CD to pull out my win in my one league, my big money league. Well, you're in that league. I should say our big money league.
He definitely got you the 12
He did that. He got 20. So I'll be going to 7-1 in that league. After losing week 1. That's what's crazy. Lost week 1. Now I'm going to be 7-1. But also lost Derrick Henry this week. So we'll see how she goes. Thank God I got a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah. That Chase Edmonds depth we were talking about last week. This is exactly why it was like, you know what? They'll keep a guy like that on the team.
And Chubb. I mean, Chubb was another one I was thinking about trading. So, I mean, I lose Henry, but I still have the depth of I'll have Nick Chubb, Cordell Patterson, and Chase Edmonds. So I'm honestly not like struggling. I am more well off than most Henry owners, I'm sure.
Yeah, your depth is viable starters, which is the least you can ask for. So
I just need Russell Wilson to come back. So him and Kyler can fucking light it up. But the Cowboys get it done. This was kind of an ugly game from the Falcons or the Vikings standpoint. Not the Falcons. Falcons shit on themselves earlier. The Vikings came out. Adam Thielen was shredding Diggs. I saw some stupid ass podcast printed Justin Jefferson's numbers, and they were like the Diggs effect, and it was like, yeah, well, Diggs also gave up a fuck ton of yards to Adam Thielen. He wasn't on Justin Jefferson the whole time, and committed 2 pass interference plays on Jefferson of balls that were 15 or more yards down the field. So it's not like he played a great game. He got torched, like we talked about in the last podcast. Is he overrated? He's still getting torched. But whatever. They won the game, so it's not going to be talked about. The Vikings, I'm convinced, just can't win a close game.
I know. That's how I'm sitting here thinking about it. So I was like, this is a 4-point loss, another close game. Yeah.
It hasn't been good. I mean, they have not closed out a game. They're 3-4, and I don't know what their worst loss is. I feel like they haven't been blown out yet. But I mean, you gotta give credit to the Cowboys. They're fucking 6-1, winning a game without Dak. That's huge.
It's huge.
So you gotta give credit when credit's due. Slight update on Monday Night Football. It's 14-10. Giants hanging in it. Through the first half, they just got the ball back. 1:36 to go in the second quarter. So Danny Dimes and the Giants playing well in Kansas City. This would be a huge loss for Kansas City. We talked about this last week. If they lose this game, they are probably not going to make the playoffs. Not in this AFC.
No, I agree for sure. If they don't win this, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough to turn things around. I thought this would be a game where it's like a get it right game or get it right week, kind of set their heads right. You're playing a sort of weaker opponent. Yeah. Like I said, I know we talked about Saturday that the Giants, Danny Dimes has been playing somewhat solid. They haven't been trash like some of the other teams around the NFL, but I just thought this was a week that Chiefs should come in and kind of get themselves set straight. Yeah. But
I know Patrick Mahomes on their first drive threw an interception. So his turnover, I mean, he now leads the league in turnovers with 12. Damn. That includes this one. So think about that. I mean, as many interceptions as Trevor Lawrence was throwing in the beginning of the year, he's only got 11. So Mahomes has been awful at giving the ball up. And that just adds to their woes. I mean, it doesn't help at all when you're giving up the ball that many times. No. But it did help that Danny Dimes threw a pick right back. I think it was like the first fucking play. So,
nice.
The Chiefs actually gained yards on the interception, if you will. So yeah, 14-10 the score there.
Just need a Williams touchdown. That's all I need.
Yeah, Damian Williams.
Down
that's all I need.
5.62 points. Just give me a tutty.
And we should probably update everybody because this just happened. Sterling Shepard is laying on the ground, grabbing at his knee.
Ooh, really? I swear that dude
this is his
cannot
first
stay
time
healthy.
coming back. Yep, and here we are. He can't even stay healthy for the entire half. He looks like he is in real pain. It doesn't look good. They're showing a replay right now. Let's see.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. He went to cut and
just turned it on.
Yep, he's done. That's an ACL.
Is it non-contact?
I don't want to speculate, but that's an ACL tear.
Oh, yeah. I just seen that replay.
Don't want to speculate. That's an ACL or MCL injury right there.
It didn't look good.
That sucks. But speaking of MCL or ACL injuries, we said this earlier. Just recap some of these injuries. Jameis Winston out for the year. ACL tear. MCL was sprained, wasn't torn. So it wasn't as bad as Joe Burrow's, but it was nasty. Derrick Henry set to have surgery tomorrow. Foot injury, most likely out for the year. They signed AP all day to the practice squad. James Robinson, as we mentioned earlier, day-to-day with a heel bruise. And then
just gotta give it time to heal.
Not really an injury, but Calvin Ridley stepping away from football for a few games to deal with his mental health issues. And then we got these updates right before we started going live. Russell Wilson had his pin removed in his finger.
Seen that earlier today.
Is eligible to return after their bye week this week. Kind of lucky that he's got the bye week this week. He's got a whole week to heal and then can start practicing. I think he should be good to go for week 10 personally. Christian McCaffrey set to be designated to return from the IR Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see if they put him in the game right away or if they hold him out one more week. But he is eligible to play Sunday if they deem he is ready, which would be huge news for fantasy owners, including myself.
Question. I don't think we talked about it on Saturday's podcast at all, but I know we talked about it during the game Sunday. What's your thoughts on that trade rumor? The Panthers getting Deshaun Watson and what they'd be giving up?
Here's the deal, right? And you're probably not going to like this answer. I don't even like giving this answer. If I'm guaranteed that Deshaun Watson's career is not over by the NFL, I'll make the trade. I'll give up 3 first-rounders and Christian McCaffrey. You cannot replace what a quarterback means to a team. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's been on the Panthers how long? How many playoff wins do they have?
0.
Yeah.
Pretty sure 0.
Well, they went to the Super Bowl with Cam, but again, it was Cam Newton.
Was Christian even on the team then?
I think he was, wasn't
he? Maybe a rookie that year?
Maybe he wasn't on the team.
Am I forgetting how long Christian McCaffrey's been in the league maybe? Because he's just so damn good. It's just like...
Yeah, he's been in the league a long time, bro. Since we were in high school, I think. Probably around 2011. Well, I graduated 09. I want to say he was in like the 14 draft.
Christian McCaffrey came out. Let me see here. Gotta figure this out now.
I think he was in the 2014 draft.
2017.
Oh, okay. So he's way fucking old, younger than I thought. He was at college in 2014. So we were introduced to Christian McCaffrey back then. Okay. Because he was a fucking monster in college. So yeah, what year did they go?
That's what I'm trying to figure out now. What year that was? They went to the Super Bowl.
It was Panthers versus Broncos. It was Super Bowl 50. Whatever.
2015. Yeah, 2015.
So it was right before. So there you go.
2 years before. So yeah,
they were going to Super Bowls before Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. No, and you're not wrong.
It sucks to say, but
it does.
I'm telling you, it's a hell of a risk. That's why I'm saying you have to know. If you're giving up McCaffrey, you gotta have some sort of inkling that.
And 3 first rounders. That's almost bigger than McCaffrey.
It's gonna take 3.
But that's why I'm saying is like you have to be sure because like those 3 first rounders are almost bigger than McCaffrey because that's franchise make or break players usually.
Usually.
So, yeah, you would have to do your homework and make sure that, Watson's going to be clear of anything going on.
Here's a sneaky team to think about. Okay. This might come out of left field. I can't remember if I sent this to you guys
Sneaky team
earlier.
to possibly land Watson or just think about... Okay.
Possibly land Watson. I feel like this team is set up the best to handle no matter what happens with the Watson situation, all right? You ready for this? And they're an NFC team, so the Texans would have no problem trading him away because they're trading him out of conference.
Washington football team?
Nope.
No?
Right division, though.
Giants?
Nope.
Cowboys? Who the hell? Eagles?
Yep. The Philadelphia Eagles, I believe, are set up the best.
Yeah.
Take on the Deshaun Watson thing. Here's why. In this upcoming draft, right now, as it sits, week 8, in the first round, the Philadelphia Eagles have the number 3 pick, the number 8 pick, and the number 9 pick in the draft this year. This year. All that draft capital. They also have Gardner Minshew as their backup.
Is that from getting rid of Carson Wentz? What the hell they get them draft picks from?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Carson Wentz and didn't they trade their lineman for one? Didn't they trade?
Oh, that's right, Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, no,
Or they traded, Tunsil. Or no,
it was. He's always fucking hurt, but he's like the best left tackle in football.
I don't know. I was thinking Laramie Tunsil for some reason.
Last name starts with a P. I can get you almost there. For some reason, I can't think of his name.
Anyways, it don't matter.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, they have 3 top 10 picks right now. Are you telling me if you called Houston, you said, "Hey, we'll give you all 3 of our first rounders this year, and Hurts, you give us Deshaun Watson"? How do you say no to that? You completely change your franchise immediately. Then I'll take it a step further. I think you also ship Brandon Cooks. I think you ask for Cooks as well to come to Philly. Cooks and Smith are your number 2 wide receivers. Jalen Reagor slides into the slot. Deshaun Watson, Kenneth Gainwell, Miles Sanders when he comes back, obviously. An okay defense, not a great defense. And you're only giving up draft capital for 1 year. You still have your future draft ahead of you. I think they are a team ready to go for it if they want it. And when I mentioned Gardner Minshew as a backup, if he gets suspended 8 games next year, you have a veteran can handle starting in the NFL for 8 games. And you roll with it. Then you got Watson for the rest of his career if you want. That's my sneaky dark horse pick. When I saw that they had that draft capital, I was like, holy shit.
It's interesting. It's a good argument for it. Yeah, you give those 3 first rounders in just this year too.
Yeah,
because
that's the thing. Man. You give up just 1 year of drafts.
Honestly, that's what's tough too. Like think about like the Panthers with that deal. You're giving up 3 first rounders. Yeah, that's 3 consecutive years basically of first round picks gone. But yeah, with the Eagles having it in 1 year, it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad at all.
It'd be worth it. Immediately get yourself a top 5 quarterback. It just seems like they didn't trust Hurts to begin with. Hurts has played solid. Ship him off in the deal. I think it makes sense. A trade that did actually happen though, we could touch on real quick. How about fucking the LA Rams going and getting Von Miller?
Woo! I'll tell you what.
For a second and third round pick.
They're serious about this Super Bowl. Not that I didn't think they were before, but fuck, are they like, they want that shit.
What's going to be nice is to see Von Miller rush the passer when Aaron Donald's taking double and triple teams. It's going to be a lot harder to double up Aaron Donald with Von Miller coming off the edge.
I could almost see Von Miller going back to, those dominant ass days. Not that he was bad by any means the last couple of years, but, he just, it's not as dominant as he was back in his prime with Denver. I think he could definitely snap back into that shit. Just,
I do too.
Him and Aaron Donald rushing like that, that's
Jalen Ramsey and the boys in the back end. That's just a fucking hella defense again. It already was, and it's just Yeah, it's nice when teams are aggressive like that. It's like they could stand pat and be good, but they're like, no, let's go get it.
Yep. This team is like complete top to bottom. Like,
Yeah,
just
they are. They
it's
are.
probably I'd have to say, especially after that move today, I'd give them best team in the NFL right now, talent wise. This roster is just loaded.
So I'll ask you this. I'll bring it up again Saturday. I'll see if you have an answer for me right now. 8 weeks in, who are your favorites that you think will make it to the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna go with the Rams. I am.
I was too.
I
was before this trade when I was thinking about this question this morning.
I was gonna say I liked them. Yeah, before the trade, I would have picked them and the Bucs as my two NFC favorites. Probably Rams over, just because I've been a Stafford fan for a long time, so making that deal for him. But so I'd have to go Rams in the NFC. AFC's tough, man.
It is.
Let me pull up the standings real quick and just get a gander.
If you want, we can do. Let's not do Super Bowl yet. Let's do NFC Championship game, AFC Championship game. So give me two teams. Well, you got Bucks and Rams. That's probably what mine will be too.
For NFC Championship, it's got to be that pretty much. Oh man, AFC Championship. I think the Bills.
I'm gonna go Rams Cardinals. Actually, fuck the Bucks.
Cardinals will. They're definitely in there, like in the conversation.
They have to be
picking Rams and Bucks. I don't want to.
So does Green Bay.
Yes.
You can't just cut out Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me at least put that in there. I'll pick Rams Bucks, but yeah, you're absolutely going to have Cardinals and Packers like right in that conversation. Yeah. It could even easily be Rams or Packers Cardinals in the game.
It could.
So, but yeah, for this, I'm picking Rams Bucks, and then AFC. I think I'm gonna pick the Bills.
It's tough, man. There's a lot of teams tight in the AFC right now. A lot.
So tight. I almost want to just go with Bengals just for the spicy pick. Bengals, Bills, but I just don't think the Bengals are going to hold up over the rest of the season. At least not for a Super Bowl run. I feel like they still need a little bit more on defense to be able to make that deep Super Bowl run. But I do think Burrow's arm is more than capable of taking them there regardless,
Yeah, trust me, I do know.
I got to do a little smarter. I'm going to say probably like Chargers, Bills. I think Chargers,
Bills. Chargers have a losing streak.
They are, but I think they get through this rough patch. I think it's just kind of a lull. I would pick the Titans, but I think that Henry injury hurts him short term. I think long term they'll be able to overcome it, but I think short term it kind of hurts them, kind of puts them behind the ball a little bit. And I don't know. I don't like the Ravens. I ain't picking them. That's a biased pick. I'm just not picking them. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say, Bills, Chargers in the AFC right now.
All right.
Might change as the season goes on. It probably definitely will change as the season goes on. But you asked me right now, I think I got Chargers and Bills in the AFC Championship game.
Okay. I like it. I'm obviously going to go with the Bills. And I am going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah. I do think they are good enough. I really do. I know they just lost to the Jets, whatever. Those things happens, man. Good teams drop the ball every now and then. It's really this next game. Unfortunately, it's against the Browns, but it's usually that how do you respond that next game is really determining if you're a good team or not. I got a feeling the Browns are going to get fucking destroyed in this game. I really do.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be ugly.
Yeah. It's going to be bad. I feel the same exact way. Burrow's going to be pissed off they lost to the Jets. He's going to come in and just destroy Cleveland.
Yeah.
And it's at Cincinnati, right?
At Cincy. Jesse's actually going to the game.
Who is?
Jesse.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to the game. His buddy went to the University of I know you don't follow college football. They're actually ranked second in the country right now.
Damn,
so
really?
They're going to that game. It's like the homecoming alumni game. And then Sunday they're going to
Cincinnati making some noise, huh? That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Ever since they beat Notre Dame, they've been playing really good ball.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sunday could be a bloodbath again for the Browns. It's funny. I told Kyle, just a little insider info here. Because he's like, I don't know if I can come Sunday and listen to you talk about how Joe Burrow's a goat while they're beating the Browns, because I'm not gonna be able to handle it. I was like, what do you mean, dude? I was like, I won't say anything during the game, and then when the game's over, I'll just take my hoodie off and rock my Joey B jersey the rest of the day. He's like, I'll punch you in the face. He was so pissed. I loved it.
Listen, it's not like it feels any better for us.
No, it doesn't.
Like, we're still Browns fans.
Doesn't.
It's just,
you know what does feel good though? That you and Joe are jumping on board. It
Dude,
used to be I said the
year,
goat,
dude.
and it was like, oh, okay, that's a funny joke, and now it's like,
It was, but we talked about it many, many times when I watched him play the Browns last year. Yeah, the Browns were up big, but the only reason they were in those games was because of Burrow, and it was like watching this dude, his passes, it was
just
like, this dude looks like the real fucking deal.
And now
like,
they have the best wide receiver core in the league.
Absolutely.
I'll argue that against anybody.
Yeah, Chase, Higgins, and Boyd.
Yeah,
that's 1,
Show
2,
me
3.
A number 3 as good as Tyler Boyd.
Honestly, I really like. I don't think there's another wide receiver core that's that good, that deep.
There's not. Maybe, and this is a maybe, the Bucks, but Antonio Brown's hurt, so
yeah, with Brown hurt right now.
That's about it. And funny enough, Joe Burrow reminds me of Tom Brady a lot. The way he moves in the pocket, just everything. He really does. And it sucks because he's in our division. But those white jerseys are sweet, and I will.
It's like everything that we were hoping Baker was going to be, and then I think that's also what hurts a lot more about it. And that's why I get what where he's coming from 100% in the pain.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But it's just I'm just trying to let myself enjoy it a little bit more.
At least it's
20 years of shit.
Bro.
It's like that's kind of where I like.
They've been through the ringer too,
for
bro.
Myself.
They've been through the ringer too.
So I justified to myself a little bit. Like, it's okay. You could feel okay to feel. It's okay to feel like this. Like they're like Cincinnati, they're Ohio.
You know?
Yeah, like our ugly little brothers or some shit. So.
Yep. Anyways, good week of Sunday football. Do you have any FanDuel success, or did you not? You didn't do any, did you?
No, I started one up Saturday when we were kind of talking about it, and I ran out of money, and I couldn't afford a defense, so I didn't stay roster. Yeah, because I started off with Cooper Kupp, and then I wanted Robinson, Taylor, and another running back in the flex. So after those 4 players, I didn't really have a whole lot of money left at all. So I just was like, yeah, you know what? I can't afford a defense right now. I'm good. And then I was going to put one in like 5 minutes before kickoff, but I did not in time. So
yeah, we got back from tailgating a little later than intended. You know, shit happens. But I will say this before we close. In the weekly picks, you got 7 games correct. Joe got 7 games correct, and I got 6 correct. The difference was I took Minnesota because Dak didn't play, and I said Minnesota would win if Dak didn't play. I was incorrect. So for the 2-week total, I have 14 correct. Joe has 14 correct, and you have 11 correct because we started keeping track of this. All those upsets you took.
I mean, we could go back to our other videos too, and just get the.
I just haven't. These are just from when we started legitimately writing it down, and
yeah, my upset week, I was feeling spicy that Sunday. Didn't really help out at all.
Hey, you got to do it. You got moxie, you know.
Hey, I was taking a risk. I was like, but if this risk pays off, I'm gonna be leading you guys in picks. So, and that didn't happen.
Just didn't. That's all.
Now it's the opposite. You guys are leading me in picks. So
not by much though. It's definitely doable comeback.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll do it for this episode of the Cantina Corner. Check out Adam's reaction to the Boba Fett trailer that just came out today. He was hyped about that and watched it. Me and Nick were at work. We watched it at work, so we had Adam just fucking run the reaction because he hadn't watched it. So we're all Star Wars fans. So fucking man.
Looks fucking sweet.
I'm sure we'll talk about it Wednesday in our video. So look out for that. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Hopefully you guys wanted fantasy this week. Hopefully you're about to be 7-1 in 2 leagues like I am.
Hopefully Williams is about to score a touchdown. That's all I need.
Yeah, there you go. You need that. You'll be what? You'll be in second place then, right behind me in the big money.
Well,
or maybe
second or
tied for second.
No, probably most likely third. It depends.
Third.
Dude in second's looking like he might pick up a dub this week, so
Gotcha.
I'll be in third.
I think I play him next week, so
yeah.
no Derrick Henry, but hopefully I'll be able to trounce him anyways. I won with Kyler getting 10, so
yeah.
Who knows, baby?
We'll see.
Russell Wilson. I need to find a quarterback though, a second one, because I don't have one currently. So
yeah,
that might be an issue. So yeah, but we will talk to you guys about fantasy Wednesday night. We'll run a Thursday night football preview. I cannot remember who's playing. I don't think it's that great of a game. I think it's the Jets and somebody.
Let's see right now. I'll check it out because I was curious the same thing.
I'm pretty sure it's the Jets at somebody.
Jets at Colts.
Jets at Colts. I was correct. It was the Jets at somebody. Jets at Colts. Look for Carson Wentz to throw for 400 yards. No, I'm just kidding.
Early pick, dude. Jets are gonna keep it rolling this week against the Colts.
Hey.
I should say next week.
Look at that. There's a little Wednesday preview right there.
Yep.
All right. We will see you guys Wednesday. Until then, have a great night.
Cheers.
Deuces.